What's going on? We back, Marcy Sports Talk, man. Subscribers requests. I looked it up, and it is actually a rumor going around. Link the rumor in the description. Shout out to Austin Williams for hitting me up an email I got on this one because I was sitting right on the phone, and apparently it's rumors that the Detroit Lions are trying to trade down to 14 with Atlanta and take either T.J. Hockenson or Noah Fant at tight end. Let's talk about it. Like I said again, I'll link the article in the description, so you know that the rumor is actually a true rumor. But make sure you follow us on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. And also you can always reach out to the email. Sometimes it take a minute. Busy. But yeah, it's rumors that they want to trade down with the Atlanta Falcons, possibly to 14 and get a tight end. They feel that number 8 is too high to draft one of those tight ends. This is contingent on both of the players being there at 14 for the Detroit Lions to do the trade. Obviously, how do you know they're going to be there at 14? I guess it would be like a scenario where the Atlanta Falcons tell the Lions to pick somebody, Lions pick them, and then hopefully one of the tight ends there at 14. But then again, you could be stuck with a player that you don't want, you don't like, you don't need. See, that's where it gets funny at. Thomas Dimitroff is the Atlanta Falcons general manager, the guy in the picture. But it don't surprise me. Like I said before, one thing I don't like about Bob Quinn is he's tried to overthink a ton of shit. His organization just can't shoot the pea in the pot. You feel me? They just can't take the kill shot. It's like watching a horror movie. You know what I'm saying? I went to go see Us, tremendous movie for intelligent people, down. Not for people with short attention spans, but an intelligent movie to make you think and debate over dinner afterwards. And talking about it a week later, I'm going to see it 2 more times. I'm going to see that Avengers about 3 times. So I got to go support the black movie 3 times too. But that's no here, no there. All right. It's kind of a horror movie when you go ahead and kill the guy and they want to sit there and tell you their life story and whoop-de-whoop and instead of just killing the dude and shooting him in the head or just hitting him in the back of the head or cutting his head off, whatever the situation may be. Okay. That's the Lions. They got to sit there and just think they're the smartest people in the room with Bob Quinn and Matt Patricia. Well, we going to get Kerryon. We're going to put Kerryon on the snap count again to stretch his longevity out of his career. Dude, just run the ball with him. Year 3 and 4 on his contract up. If he all out of gas, get another running back. If he's still running hard, you pay him like other organizations do. But I told you guys, they either want to go offensive line in the first and then tight end in the second. But now we know if these, and I believe these rumors to be true because this is how these dudes think. Once again, the Lions will try to take a tight end in the first round. Despite Gronkowski being the second-round pick with back injuries, despite Antonio Gates being undrafted, Shannon Sharp was either undrafted. You had a couple pair go in the first round last couple years, 3 of them. O.J. Howard, tremendous rookie year, filled with injuries. Evan Ingram still ain't got on track. Seeing he got a lot of potential, but obviously he don't have a quarterback. David Njoku a couple years ago, still trying to get on track. Tremendous receiver, tremendous receiving tight end, could get on track. But for you to take a tight end in the first round over all this defensive talent you got over here, you can get Montez Sweat. I'm not concerned about the heart issue. You get the Josh Allen kid out of Kentucky. I even seen a mock draft with a defensive tackle from Alabama, Quentin Williams, slide to you. In the year of the draft, and this is why I be shitting on the Lions, man. And I got some respect for Bob Quinn. He makes some good plays in the 3rd and 4th round. Don't get me wrong. But in a defensive line heavy or front 7 heavy draft, you go out there and get $90 million to Trey Flowers. Nobody in the league was going to give him that type of money when you could have got that same production, even more production in the future out of a Montez Sweat, out of a Quentin Williams, out of a Josh Allen, out of the Farrell kid from Clemson. You have all these dudes here that possibly going to be a better professional for cheaper when you do the value of money on the scale than Trey Flowers. So in a defensive heavy draft, you still got Ed Oliver there. You want to take a tight end. A tight end you want to take. Once again, we've seen this story before with Brandon Pettigrew, with Eric Ebron. It's shown that Matthew Stafford don't do a good job with tight ends. It's shown that neither did Scott Linehan, neither did Joe Lombardi, neither did Jim Bob Cooter. And over the course of the years in Seattle, wasn't it Darrell Bevell that had Jimmy Graham there for a year or 2 and then couldn't do nothing with Jimmy Graham? Right? Wasn't he there with Luke Wilson? You know, he used Luke Wilson as a deep threat. I mean, what tight end has Matthew Stafford had a ton of success with? That's my whole thing. They keep going for tight. They putting value. The Lions organization, it's the same people time and time again. Everybody they get in this organization got the same thought process. All this great talent around at number 8 that's going to be there, or that could be there, kind of make you go back and reminisce about the draft with Eric Ebron. They was talking about they could trade up for Mike Evans and Sammy Watkins. Odell Beckham went behind them. Aaron Donald went behind them. The best defensive player in the NFL right now. They had Ndamukong Suh. They know they wasn't bringing back Nick Fairley on the 5th-year option. And they take a tight end. I'm telling you, these dudes ain't that smart, man. And people want me to get on here and cap and just show love to the Lions for what? How am I showing love to a team that ain't won a playoff game since 91? You know, and the Falcons would be happy to do that. You get the 8th pick, they get the 14th pick. You know, you give up a late second. I think that they talking about the value might be the Falcons give up a late second or give up a 3rd rounder, or we swap 2nd and 3rds. We get their 2nd, they get our 3rd or something like that. Come on, man. Really? But hey, it is what it is, man. One of them gonna be there. And this is true. Lions take a tight end. It is what it is. Are you surprised? Are you shocked? They doing everything in a Patriot way. And guess what? They're not going to be successful. They don't have a Tom Brady. They don't have a Bill Belichick. They don't have an offensive system like McDaniels and Bill O'Brien. Remember this name. You know, they don't have that offensive system in place. And they may have it with Darrell Bevel. You never know. But then again, that's the same shit. And watch. You're going to go years. You're going to go next couple years. And one of them defensive guys that they could have had is going to be like Aaron Donald. One of them guys around there, I'm not saying position is going to be the same, is going to have an impact on the team like Odell. You know, then you're going to have a Juice Landry behind them. All these players you could have got that could have really helped your team, but you reached for a tight end. And your quarterback ain't never had no success with a tight end through 3 offensive coordinators. And the offensive coordinator you got now, Darrell Bevel, ain't really had no success with no tight ends. I don't remember who the tight end was with Minnesota when he was with Brett Favre. Or Tavares Jackson. Shout out to my ASU alumni, Hornets, Tavares Jackson, Montgomery Gump, native. All right, and then you don't know. I don't know who the quarterback there was. Gus Frerotte. Tight end was Gus Frerotte was. Keep going. I don't know who the tight end was. Luke Wilson. There was a couple other guys there when Darrell Bevel was there. They eventually got Jimmy Graham. I think towards the end of his term. He didn't do nothing with him neither. So I don't know what iconic tight end or what type of blueprint that he got or layout he got for a tight end, Darrell Bevel. He ain't had that much success with tight ends just thinking off the top of the dome. You know? But they do need to work the middle of the field with their tight ends better. But like then again, Stafford ain't had a ton of success with tight ends. Maybe Roberts, Pettigrew, Joseph Fourier was the best receiving tight end they had in the red zone. Eric Ebron. You know, they're going to try to get Noah Fant. He a little bit taller than Ebron, 6'4", can speed. But all the Lions want to do is put them on that same shallow crossing route, that drag route, the whip route, the bootleg to the flat route. They don't get vertical with their tight ends. They don't get vertical. You know, but like I said before, it is what it is. I ain't tripping about the shit, man. I don't even stress about the Lions no more. When you've been in this shit over 25 years, seeing them be sorry after year after year after year, you become numb to this. It's the same shit no matter who changed faces in management. It's the same train of thought. All these goddamn great defensive players potentially right in front of your face. You want to move back and take a tight end. You want to pay Trey Flowers almost $100 million. Well, nobody else is going to pay him that money. I guarantee it. Cheated. You know, but it is what it is. I'll link the article in the description. So salute to Austin Williams. Forgive me that. Let me know what y'all guys think in the comment section. Don't forget me on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. Reach out to the email as well. If you have a business question, inquiry, sponsorship, or video request. Other than that, the article link is in the description. Talking about the rumor. It's just a rumor. Other than that, man, you want to make a donation to the channel, that link's there. Do me one better. Just share the video. Share it with somebody. Share it up in the Lions group. One time for one time. Mercy Sports Talk about CJ Goodfellow. We gone. Oh yeah, excuse me. I forgot, man. I meant to go ahead and talk about the compensation. Excuse me. The compensation, and I want to kind of point this out. For the Lions moving from 8 to 14, it would have been either they gonna get a second round, a late second, or a third rounder, or I also heard that they could swap the Lions' third round pick for the Falcons' second round pick. So the Lions have 2 seconds, and I think the Atlanta Falcons will have an additional third if they still got one. Okay, so that's what it would take for the Lions to move down a few spots, and this is all contingent on Fant and Hockenson being there, but